sir. You already know what time it is.
Oh, yes.
I'm your boy, Matt P.
And I'm your boy, Jeremy Chase.
We're coming at you again with yet again another episode. Parking Lot Parables. We're here. We hope everybody's doing so well on this Wednesday morning.
Yes,
with
sir.
this brunch hour.
Yep.
Tuning in. We appreciate you tuning in. We appreciate y'all rocking with us, man.
Yeah, man.
This
This episode 90.
90.
Yes, sir. 10 more before we hit 100. So.
Yep. And the 2-year anniversary right after that.
Oh, yeah, man. Like, y'all been sticking with us, so I'm happy for you.
And it keeps encouraging us to keep on doing this thing. We keep doing this thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are we talking about today, bro?
So, as most people know, and some may not, because they may be new people, me and Matt have been in a relationship.
Yep.
Not together.
Yep. Clarify. Yeah.
It's
It's 2021.
Look.
But it ain't that type of 2021 going on around here.
Yeah, we both each found someone who we,
a woman.
Yes.
Go ahead and clarify that too.
Yeah. And we just want to talk about, how our mindset has changed when it comes to relationships. Like, man, I've just been given a whole new view on how relationships work. For me, when I first started dating, I was always in the mindset of I have to be manly. I have to be, 100%, everything's okay with me and just, hold it all in. But it's really taught me that true love is when you're able to be vulnerable, able to share those things that, make you uncomfortable. Like, I think a lot of people don't realize, even in when people get married, they change because your partner sees your faults. Like, really, the only reason marriage gets better is because you become more vulnerable. Like, they see all of you, all the parts of you that you want to admit to yourself. Like, they have a true optimistic view of who you are. And there's not much you can hide, And I think, this relationship has really taught me that, it's okay that she can really be a safe space for me. I think for anybody, it's hard to put your trust fully in someone. Because I think we've all dealt with some level of hurt or, just where it backfires, where you put your confidence in someone. And this relationship, it's just really taught me to be vulnerable, man. And it's just been getting better and better. Just been pushing me in so many different ways. And yeah, I love it here, man. So what's your first thing that, has taught you either about yourself or, how you view relationships?
I don't know. I guess I was always more concerned about, what can I build with this person? Which is nothing wrong with being concerned about that. I mean, that should be a major concern.
Oh yeah.
But I think I was more concerned about that than I was the actual relationship, the connection, the emotional and the connection, aspect of it. Building not just what we can build, say financially, but what we can build together emotionally.
Yeah.
And I wasn't as focused on that up until now, and now I find myself I'm considering everything now.
Yeah.
I mean, and there's a lot of great communication. We have a lot of great talks, which is not something I've necessarily experienced on this level before, which is awesome. A lot of great laughs. She's funny.
Yeah.
Whole character out here.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah. So I mean, and that's always good. That's really a breath of fresh air. It teaches you patience. Because especially if you've been single for a good minute. Yeah. You have to
have to readjust.
You have to readjust and be you just at where point you might have been I know me, I know how I am. So I'm having to I'm I can't do that. Can't say that.
Yeah.
Not if you love this person.
Oh yeah.
Type deal.
Exactly.
Don't get me wrong. There's nothing you can't say you know, you can choose not to say it,
exactly.
or at least be mindful of how you say it.
Yeah,
because a lot of times it's not really what you say.
It's
a lot of times it's how you say it. But then sometimes it is what you say.
Yeah,
like, because some of us really do be out here, you know, especially in this day and time. You know, we talked about this whole, like, I'm a savage mentality.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if it ain't about me, it ain't about anything. You know, what you can do for me, type deal. Generation that we living in. You know, like, you know, you know, if you, the mindset is like, oh, if I don't hear from you by the end of the day, you dead to me. You know, all that type of stuff. Like, that whole mentality that's out here. You know, which is a very poor mentality to have, man. Like, and you know, it's not gonna get you anywhere, man. Like, there would be no longevity carrying on like that.
Nowhere.
Like, so I mean, and that, unfortunately, that seems to be like where a lot of people are. You know, it's in all its day, like R&B music.
Oh yeah, man.
That type of mentality. It's in the hip hop. You know, like looking out for number one. You know, and you know, that's all you worried about.
Oh yeah.
You know, and if you ain't got nothing to offer me, then you know, we ain't got nothing to talk about, type deal. You know,
man. I'm telling you.
I kind of got off on a tangent there, but you know, at the same time, it's related because you know, we talking about relationships. I mean, and like how people view. I mean, it's not even like 18, 19-year-old people thinking this way. It's people our age too. You know, like all the way up in the 40s. You know, so like, just like I think now it's like made me view myself like, rethink how I approach situations. You know, if there's something you want to talk about, you know. When you care about someone, you know, you reevaluate how you approach them, or at least over time you do. I mean, at the beginning you kind of be, you know, you fresh out of that single phase. That's gonna be kind of rough, man. But like over time, you know, with communication and patience, like it's key. Communication and patience, like, and understanding, and the willingness to actually be there. Like, you gotta want to be there. Like, if you don't want to be there, like, I mean, you know, some people be in a relationship they don't want to be in.
Oh yeah, man. Just be existing. Just to have someone, I'd be like, no, that's the bare minimum. Look, one thing I'm learning is like how to be an attentive listener. Like, I remember one of the first conversations we've ever had was like, what's one of your top desires in, you know, someone you were married, and someone who I can be safe with. And that's what she said. And like, from that day on, I made every effort to make her feel safe. Like, whether we were out, I'd be like, hey, you stay on this side of the sidewalk, you know, checking on her, making sure she made it home and she's driving alone. Like, just doing those little things that, you know, make her feel safe. Like, I think sometimes we take for granted the little clues that women give us of, you know, what they want and need. And like, when we do take advantage of them and like put it to practice, like, it does wonders, man. Like, that's where true love comes from, where you're able to voice, you know. And sometimes, you know, women can like give you context clues without telling you the whole thing, which to some men's fault, like, we just be clueless about, you know, what they really want. But like, I just straight out asked, I was like, what do you want in a man? Like, and that was one of the main things. And like, it's changed the way I view, you know, how a man should be. Like, you know, a lot of people think protection is, you know, if someone run up, you know, you're supposed to be able to handle them. But no, like, making her feel safe and being able to discuss what's going on with her. You know, not being the person that just blab to everybody, you know, what y'all talked about. You know, even that type of safe space. Like, I think it's important that you have those conversations with whoever. Even if y'all just talking, like, have them conversations. Like, what are you truly looking for? Because that can kill a lot of time. Like, if y'all ain't on the same page of what y'all want and your desires, like, that will Like, you know, especially like if you want kids and they don't, that can end it right there. Cause like you can say you'll settle for right now, but them feelings will come back around.
Be like, I'll change his mind. I'll change your mind.
Yeah, like no. And like when people are set in their mind at the beginning, don't think you have the ability to change them. Only God can change, you know, our hearts. So, and like, I mean, if it's not lining up with your will and your desires, especially if it goes against your beliefs, like, don't entertain it. And but yeah, like just learning, you know, to listen intently, you know, to what she needs. You know, like I know like every week we have like these accountability meetings, and like we say, you know, we tell each other like, how can I be accountable for you this week? Like, you know, we be like, well, I need to finish this project, so, you know, just check on me to make sure I'm staying on task or stuff like that, man. Like, it be the little stuff that, you know, build a strong relationship. But yeah, man, I'm learning that, you know, just communication, that is literally the key to any good relationship. And like, man, like, we have fun. Like, we really have fun. Like, we've been doing stuff that no one's even heard of, you know, like people, you know, she stays in Chicago, and so we've been doing stuff that people in Chicago be like, where y'all even find this stuff at? And it's like and that's what, you know, of course we long distance, but that's been a blessing because it's allowed us to experience so much in a short amount of time we be together. And like it's like when they say absence make the heart grow fonder, it does. And you know, like, it's just been a blessing. Like, we just be having fun. Like, even just be on the phone acting goofy. Like, it be stuff like that, you know, like we bring out the inner corniness in both of us. So like, even stuff like that, man, I'm finding to treasure. Like, just being able to be ourselves and not have to put on a mask when we're with each other. Like, we can just be our natural selves. Don't have to hide who we are. Like you should never have to put on a face for your significant other, man. But yeah, man, it's been a good ride so far. You know, I'm ready for what's next.
Yeah, well, I really ain't got nothing to add to that, bro. Like, well, for me, like, I think one of the things I appreciate the most is just being able to, like, just feeling so comfortable spending time, like, just being in her presence. Like,
man,
just be chilling. Like, we just be chilling, you know, and like those are some of the best moments for me. Like, you know,
quality
sitting
time,
there watching
man.
a movie, you know, just got done eating, you know, cook something, you know, we just down there, we just sitting there chilling, talking.
Look, getting the head rubs. Man, shoot.
Yeah, the head rubs, a little massage, shoulder, you know, all that type of good stuff. Like going outside, you know, I love to, we go to different places, been to different places up there in Decatur, and like, even with my homeboy one time, him and his wife, that was pretty fun. Like, but like, I think I appreciate the times where we just be chilling, like, amongst ourselves.
Man.
The most, you know, because like, you know, where we're just us, you know, ain't a whole bunch of other stuff going around, you know, it's just silence. We get to hear each other talk. Just be chilling.
And you know what, man, one of the questions she's always asking me, and I tell the same answer, she was like, are you gonna get tired of me? I'm like, no. like I think some people, you know, when they find a good thing, they're like, okay, God, when is the trick gonna be over?
That other shoe gonna drop.
Yeah, like when is it gonna turn and flip into what I already expected? And man, it's okay to be in a good relationship. Like, when I tell you we had some bad survivor's guilt, man. Like, both of us were having friends that were just going through hell in their relationships. And like, man, like seeing that and being like it's sort of like we had to avoid from questioning stuff that was going on in other people's relationship, bringing it into our relationship.
Ooh,
like
that's
like, man, like, I think, like, especially when you just sing so much negativity and, you know, what your friends are going through, like, it's hard to be like, no, we ain't had none of them problems. Like, no, like, like, man, there was some, like, crazy situations. And it's like, when you see, like, you know, this good thing happening, you can have a fear of it just being pulled from out of you, from right under your feet. Like, and we had to get over that fear. Like, no, this is God ordained. So let's ride this thing out. Like, I'm decided. Like, we're gonna make this work.
We ain't do it with that one yet. That's interesting though. Like, I ain't even thought about that. Like, I mean, it makes sense. Like,
yeah.
Like, if you in a situation, like, if it looks any type of similar, now you looking at your other person like,
okay, like, man,
like, yeah, that, yeah.
And it's crazy, like, it's crazy that, like, you know, when you have a good woman, or, you know, you're with a good dude, when they set the standard and you're friends with that person, it's hard to, like, go back to your relationship and be like, well, so and so did this. Like, man, like, a lot of her friends were just amazed by the fact that I just flew out to see her, like, for one day on our first date. And I was like, no, I liked her. I wanted to meet her. Like, the goal didn't change.
Yeah, rightfully so.
And, like, you got people that won't drive an hour away to see people. And I'm like,
especially if you met them online, boy.
Yeah,
like,
man.
Hey,
like,
yeah.
And I'm like, man, I just, like, my heart aches for, like, these situations, man. It's like, especially when you're friends with people and you just want the best for them. Like, you know, it's hard trying to encourage people when you got something going well and they're just in the midst of, like, terrible situations.
Yeah, like, I don't know, it's so weird. Like, people, like, they ask you for advice. They basically ask them to be encouraged. You try and give them advice.
Yeah.
You try and give them encouragement. Now don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
What you come over here for?
Okay, like,
that's one type of person now. I'm sorry, like, why are you here? Then?
Yeah.
Like
some people want to vent, just to vent, and I'm be like, man.
I mean, which is fine, but don't ask me.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
If you want to just vent, like, I'm the type of person, like, if you just vent, and I'm be like, all right,
cool.
I'm just cool. I'm like, all right, okay. And, like, you know, you'd be like, you know what I mean? I was like, I feel you.
Yeah, exactly.
That type of day, like, and then I'm not gonna like offer no type of unsolicited advice until you be like, what do you think?
Exactly.
Like,
yeah. Oh, I'm the same way. Like, I have people that vent to me on my job, and I'm just like, until they say, what do you think? I just like, oh man, that's great.
Yeah, I hit them like, wow.
Oh shoot,
that's crazy.
For real?
What?
Dang, that's messed up.
Yeah, like,
but yeah, I don't be fishing for giving my opinion, because, you know, some people can't handle the truth.
Anybody give me that headache? Like, you give them the God honest, and then they don't want to hear it.
Yeah, and you know what? One thing we had a conversation about was, like, I know her very, very well, and she knows me very, very well. I know when something's wrong, and I communicated to her that, like, it's okay to have something wrong, but communicate that there is something wrong. Like, you know, it's hard when you know something's not right, but, like, you're just guessing on, like, did I do something? Did, you know, I affected in this way? Like, I told her, like, look, it's okay for you not to be okay, but let me know you're not okay. Even if you don't want to talk about it, just be like, hey, I'm not okay, and I don't really want to talk about it. You know, it doesn't have too much to do with you, but, you know, I'm still processing. Like, just let me know, because I'm going to be asking. I'm going to be like, what's wrong?
Yeah, like, what's really good?
Okay, look.
What's really good?
I'll ask you 10 times, like, what's going on?
I feel you.
Man, like, you know, because of course some people don't want to, you know, discuss their issues, especially when they're like bogged down all day with the issue, especially at work, man.
Yeah, like you're the last thing. Sometimes you you just don't feel like talking about it at that very moment.
Yeah. Like you just want to, you know, not process it in that moment because you're still in your feelings about it, you know, and you don't know what to say. And which is good, because sometimes you don't need to be opening your mouth about it.
Yeah, I need about 2 woosah hours later.
Okay, because you'll say some off-the-wall stuff. And
I'm
that
king
tongue,
off the wall, too, boy.
that tongue have power.
What? Like, let me shut up.
But yeah, man, like, it's really allowed me to grow. Like, man, I've never been this confident that I can lead someone as my own family. Like, I can literally see me being a husband, being a dad, being just a good guy, you know, a mentor for others. Like, it's just, you know, I don't know, it's just made me look at, like, yeah, I can actually do this whole marriage thing. Like, I'm fully confident in stepping into that role.
It's crazy how much someone can make that, like, change your whole view on it. Like,
oh yeah, man.
Especially when it's like, you know, if it's all stress and
all that
type of stuff, you be like,
man,
it kills your confidence on the whole marriage system. You know, like, man, it's jump for the birds, man.
Yeah. But when you have someone, especially that's like in the same faith as you, and like y'all are on the same page, like there's nothing y'all can't do. Like, man, you can take over the world if you want it. Like, when y'all are on the same page, you know, focus on the same goals and ideals, like, it's so easy to grow into something good and God ordained. Like, man, it's the move.
And I love it. I love it.
Yeah. You got anything else?
No, I just say I'm very grateful.
Oh yeah, man.
God has placed both of these women in our lives.
Oh yeah. Heck yeah, man.
Like, I got a great I love her mom.
Oh yeah.
Real cool.
Man, look. Like her family. Like, I already feel like her mom, my mom, and her dad, my dad, man. Cause it's
you cool with dad like that too?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up.
Like, and it's funny, like, he does a lot of things that I do as well. Like, he's into IT stuff. He's into, like, you know, Marvel and Star Wars and all this stuff. And like, every time I do something, she's like, "You remind me of my dad." I'm like, "Yeah." But yeah, man, her people cool. Like, and the fact that my family loves her as well, like, you know, that's a plus as well, man. When you can get both in-laws on the same page.
Yeah, like both my family, her family is.
Oh yeah, man.
Good. Shoot. Like, I was like, my brother, he approved. He was like, oh yeah, I like her. I like her. Like, mama loves her.
Okay.
I was like, yeah.
Look, man,
like, we in there.
It's crazy. For women, it's always the dad you gotta impress. And for men, it's always the mom you gotta impress. I'm like, and I ain't have to jump through no hoops. I just was myself. And they just, you know, embraced me, man. Like,
I was like, yeah, I mean, because, you know, at the end of the day, I'm never really worried about that whole meeting the parents thing.
Yeah, me either.
Because I always knew what type of dude I was.
Yeah, so like I ain't got nothing to hide.
Yeah, like even when you run into those dads who be doing the most,
yeah,
you know, they one click away from trying to do the whole bad boys treatment. You know?
Exactly. I'm like, man,
you ever had sex with a man? You want to? Like,
man, I'm like.
Like, even though they be trying to do all that, I'm like, man, look, man, I feel you, but chill out.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not like these other jokers. Like, I'm just me.
Relax.
Yeah, man. Like, yeah. So if you out there, you know, you single and whatnot, just hold on, man. You don't give up, because there are good people out here. And like, you know, if that desire is in your heart to be married, or, you know, to be in a relationship, like, God knows the desires of your heart, and He wouldn't have you out here seeing all of these, you know, fruitful relationships happen. He hasn't forgotten about you. So, you know, just stay encouraged. You know, just want you to know that, like, there is somebody out there for you. Don't give up. You know, take this time as being single to, like, really develop yourself. Like, create your own happiness. I always believe that, you know, if you can't be happy by yourself, you can't be happy in a relationship. Like, you know, take yourself out. You know, treat yourself to stuff. You know, take care of you. Have them self-care days. You know, go out with friends. Like, let yourself be seen. Like, it's crazy how many people think they significant other just gonna show up out of nowhere at their house. Like, like they gonna break in your house and say, I'm your husband, I'm your wife. Like, no, it don't work like that. Like, get out, mingle with people.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, if you know that ain't really your thing, I think what's good is to, like, find things that you like to do.
Oh yeah,
like find, like, if you like Comic-Con, you know, if you're into that, do that. Or like if you like jazz music, go to a jazz spot, man.
Yeah. And man, the internet has so many groups and, like, just places where you can go and, like, meet people with the same interests, and you don't even have to do it looking for a relationship. Like, just building people that, like, are about the same business or about the same, you know, likes. And man, you never know. Look, because me and Matt both found ours on the internet, and, you know, we were just doing, you know, what we're doing.
Yeah, we was just doing this podcast, man, and it really kind of just, like, happened. We weren't even looking.
Yeah.
You know.
And that's the thing, man. Like, when you not looking, that's when they come. Like, when you not super focused on finding someone, like, that's when they come. Yeah. Cause I know
out of that super focus comes a lot of desperation.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So you want to be careful about that.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, we
just hope everybody finds, you know, a great relationship. You know, like what we experiencing.
Yeah, man.
So, you know, if you ain't find that relationship, just keep working on yourself.
Yeah.
But most importantly, stay away from the foolishness.
Stay away from the foolishness.
Speaking of which, you already know what time it is.
Oh, yes.
It is Miss Me with the Foolishness. Speaking of relationships,
man, shoot.
This dude allowed his relationship to cost him a job, that pays approximately, this is approximately what he made last year. $117,486.
Let's just say this relationship derailed, and you'll get that.
This is what he get trying. Fellas, look, man, like, don't put yourself in any type of harm's way trying to impress a girl.
Yeah, man, it ain't worth it.
It ain't worth it. And this dude learned this the hard way. So he was an MTA employee. He operated the D train in New York City,
Brooklyn.
He recorded himself. Oh, and this is another thing. And this is for the men and women. Stop recording everything. More importantly, stop putting it on social media.
Yeah.
If you're gonna record it, I mean, look, that's you. But I mean, just remember, man, like, it really don't take much to, like, to, like, mess around and upload a video accidentally on like your phone be. Have you ever had your phone in your pocket, bro? And like, and then, like, you know, you open up Facebook, you never closed it.
Yeah.
And then so, like, you pull your phone out your pocket, and here you see a photo about to be uploaded to Facebook.
Look,
like,
man,
like, the pocket be getting you in trouble, boy.
Look, especially you done download stuff to send to other people that you thought was funny.
Yeah, yeah, like, it's only stuff that between the friends. You ain't mean to put it on the whole book, man, for everybody and their mama to see.
When you click on stories and they ask if you want to add your pictures that you have, bruh, shoot. Yeah, that thing almost caught me a couple times. I was like, look.
I was like, oh.
That's why now I send them and delete them. But yeah, man, she so pretty much she was out here, you know, with her boyfriend, and they were holding hands, you know, with the train controls during a romantic ride. And she posted it on her Instagram. It's like, yes, this is me operating the train right now. And I'm like, and this joker just let her alone at the controls. So, you know, so what happened? So she was yelling. I guess she yelled at some people, talking about y'all ain't put the stickers in a visible place, cause like, you know, they had like different markers to indicate where operators must stop from the train's cab, and she kept yelling like, back inside I go, like she doing all this on her photo. And a worker saw the video and sent it to the supervisor. So he got snitched on by his coworker. And they reported it to the NYPD. And so the transit president said that he'll be disciplined. But yeah.
Which probably means more than likely fired.
Yeah, and they said this video is beyond egregious, showing a train operator who betrayed the trust of New Yorkers while creating a dangerous condition. Said, I want to assure customers that the operator involved has been removed from service and will be no longer allowed to control a train.
Oh, that must
he didn't say that train. He said a train. So his license probably stricken and he's probably banned from doing that work. Like, come on now. Like,
yeah, he's it's a wrap for him.
Look, you were making 6 figures, and now you making no figures.
Hey man, and I ain't. First of all, if you look at this picture, Shorty's eyes.
Say that, but
nah, we about to get into this thing. Shorty's eyes is in 2 different zip codes.
Man. Look, them lashes too, like them things look like they'll fly swatter. I was like, man, I mean, shoot. To each his own, but woo. Yeah, I wouldn't have had her drink. I mean, just the way she looking at this picture, look like she a little ratchet. You know, I wouldn't have had her near no heavy machinery.
Yeah. That's a L you ain't gonna come. I mean, well, I ain't gonna say you ain't gonna come up from it.
Yeah,
but
he ain't gonna be the same.
It ain't gonna be the same, fam.
Like, how y'all relationship survive after that? Like,
you think she left him?
I mean, I don't know.
Think she left him over that?
I mean, I don't
like,
know.
Hey, you ain't got a job no more, player. I can't fool with you.
I halfway want to look up her Instagram to see what's the update on this.
Yeah, that was
probably look up her name. Yeah, man, like, yeah.
Look, man. So this is This is what we're talking about here. Relationships that are good for you.
Yeah.
That relationship wasn't no good for him
at all.
I bet she wasn't. I bet she didn't have a job making no 100,000 plus a year.
Highly doubt it.
So now trying to impress her, trying to impress her metamorph looking like now he done took the L.
That's why you gotta be careful. Be careful who you let around you and your money.
If she had any sense, she'd have been like, "No, man, you gonna mess around and get fired, man. What's wrong with you?"
Like,
But this is such is life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Well, but if you want to follow me, you can follow me at Matthew Priest on Facebook, Matthew Priest _E Matthew _E _Priest on Instagram, and Unprecedented MP on Snapchat and Twitter.
Yeah, if you want to follow me, you can follow me at The Chase Harding on all social media.
And once again, you know, don't worry. I am Matt P.
I'm Jerry Chase.
One time.
Yes, sir.